crumbling away in my own space. Cliffs around and run in place, submerged in the naked glow in these shapeshifts into empty skies. No peace, no pain, can't help me, I've lost my fight. Say in, say out, peace to me, or push the blow, laying all low in a black hole without warning the gravity shifts. Will there ever be an end to this pain? It takes and breaks. I hate that I'm grown, so used to this place.
Heaven feels far away without inside my mind.
Sinking into my ocean to reach for me.
If I stepped off the edge, would I see the stars or just my reflection? We are all adrift, so don't reach for me.
Take the waters, easy the pain, but I can feel my heartbeat slowly slipping away. Tension without healing, chilling without dying, chilling without hurting, shivering without drowning. So reach for me, I'm so far gone, so feel love from anyone. No place, no pain, it's too late for me to change. No place, no pain, no place, no fucking pain. It takes and it breaks. I hate that I've grown so used to this place.
Heaven feels far away without inside my mind.
Sinking into my ocean to reach for me. Flow through space, wondering if the signs I say rest in peace, or if they're still part of me. Paths are gray, where those rocks keep crumbling out of place. The sky is sinks alive in me.
If I stepped off the edge, would I see the stars or just my reflection? We are all adrift, so don't reach for me. All it takes is one final push to send me swiftly across the sky, cascading through
seeking the return of tyranny. After decades under the tyrant, they're also reluctant to trust authority.
Many Americans have lost confidence in what their government has told them about our policy.
Therefore, I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow.
And now for your weekly dose of metal. Here are your hosts, Morgan Danielle and Luco Blaze on The Metal Experience.
Woo! All right, we just heard Flicker by Arabella and Sever the Bloodline by Snow Burial. Both of those were released this past Friday. Make sure to go to their Facebook page, check out the songs on all streaming platforms, and give them boys a like. Woo! We are here tonight rocking out Luco Blaze, Morgan Danielle, at the basement with the dungeon of Fitz of Spare Keys. Why don't you guys go ahead and pronounce this for me one more time? You can do it. I believe in you.
Evollyd. You figure it out.
Evollyd.
Evollyd.
And what's the...
Evolution of sound. Evolution, Evo, Lyd, sound. Lyd is sound in Danish.
All complicated.
And that's it. Just Evollyd.
And then how'd you come up with this? Where'd you find that? You're like, Danish.
Weren't you pooping at the time?
Angel dust.
That too. You're on angel dust while taking a shit. I could swear
You know,
on this, right? Okay.
I almost didn't come tonight, and I'm not talking about the white stuff.
Oh.
I had some problems, last few days, and I drank a lot of Pepto-Bismol, and I'm here tonight. Morgan, I'm sorry if I shit on the floor around you, because
it's okay.
I can't control myself.
Luco, so
You can never control yourself.
Luco, I'm gonna shit on your knees.
oh my god.
Like straight up butthole.
I approve this
on
message.
My bristly brown whale hole on both those luscious.
What about in his hairy chest?
Wow.
He's shown it quite a bit tonight
This is-
already.
It's all gray hair.
This is a great
We're turning that gray brown,
introduction
baby.
to yourselves.
Morgan, what were you expecting from like really me
I don't
and,
know.
like two
It all-
more of
yeah.
my
I don't know. I
friends?
think we should go ahead and introduce who's all here, though, so people know who's back and talking to us. For
Okay. Well, they can go first.
Me. All right. My name's Nick. I am one of the half of the guitarist of this institution or band.
Hey, my name's Joe, and I'm getting closer to the mic now.
Just
Yeah,
open
my
your
name's
mouth
Joe.
a little bit
and
bigger.
I beat the Skins a lot. I help write songs. It's fun.
I'm here to rub Joe's leg while I introduce myself. My name is Dom.
He's doing it right now.
I'm a big pervert.
He really is.
I have diarrhea.
And half a chubby.
I am an ex-member of the band called Audacity. I'm sorry.
Really X.
And I'm here to make more terrible music while I rub Joe's leg.
He's doing it so softly.
Nick,
Yeah, it's awkward to watch.
I forgot my Pepto-Bismol.
Oh, my
We're in
God.
trouble.
Well, shit.
Literally.
And you have the pink mic right in your
Oh
grill.
my gosh.
Don't
I'm
you?
sorry for everyone who's listening tonight
No,
I
he's
just
not.
got a
because
wave of cool air come across me now.
I'm still
scared.
rubbing
That's
Joe.
That
weird.
wasn't air.
Oh my god. Woo. All
That
right.
was something else. Give
Wait,
it
I
a
don't have-
second or
Let me
two.
see if I can do this. Hold on.
Are we missing anybody from the band tonight?
No.
What the fuck
no.
are you doing?
How the hell? He's good at things with straws.
Jesus.
I wonder if the jazz hands group can hear that.
Well, they're not playing tonight, so they can't.
Or I wonder if the theater group can hear that. They were staring us down when we were walking in here. And I'm like,
So the last time Audacity was on our show, Mike and the rest of the band spent the time blowing up balloons in our front window the entire time and making goofy helium, like the weird voices. And
yeah.
then they blew up a monkey balloon from the dollar store or something, and then they signed it afterwards. He signed the balls in particular. The
Yes.
balls of the monkey were signed.
Where else would you want to
I
sign?
think it was the taint of the monkey.
taint.
Yes.
And
because
we
there were
made
no
a little
balls.
butthole
And
on it.
You drew balls. You drew balls on this monkey. We still have it. We still
Okay,
have
I
it.
think it's time to get. It is time to get the gift.
We're not even like 10 minutes into this
no. I'm
interview.
sorry. I can't help it anymore. And this gift,
Oh my God.
we're all gonna sign it. We thought hard, long and hard.
Is this a giant inflatable?
And this
Always
is an
long and
ethnic.
hard.
This is an
So
ethnic
hard.
present, and you guys could bring it wherever you want
Oh my God.
to have a fiesta of your own.
Oh my God.
I don't want to give it away until I bring it out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try not to take it out of my pants. Anyways, I'm gonna go get it.
Where else
Give me a
was
second.
it?
We're gonna, I guess, talk with you guys without Mike, as he walks away. So it's like a magician reaching into his bag.
It
It's
is. He is
just-
a magician, actually. Should see the things
What
that
is
come out of his
happening?
asshole.
Oh my gosh.
Bend over,
Anyway,
big boy.
what year did the band start? What is happening? Jesus.
You have to. No. Let them grab it.
No,
Let
I'm
them
not-
grab it. For those that. Oh.
Oh, I love it. I love
It's a maraca.
Yes, Mayaka.
it. Okay, that's a palm tree joint.
It's
like on
the,
it. That's
the
not
palm
a
trees,
penis.
and there's
Okay.
little hats on it.
Okay, that's
But we're going to sign and give to Jew.
Okay,
Not
that's cool.
Jews,
I
Jew.
like it. Now I get the
Thank you,
part
Juan.
of being authentic, ethnic.
What about beating off? What?
Anyway, that was not as weird as I thought it was gonna be.
Wow, disappointment right there. Jesus.
No, it was a relief. It was a really good relief.
All right,
'cause
next time
I
we'll
can
step
bring
it
that
up. We'll
maraca
step it-
anywhere now. That's fun. Thanks, Mike.
This can literally be brought anywhere.
It can.
And I want Lugo to put it in his
I
pants
kind of
every
want
time.
to bring it on my plane ride to Vegas.
You should. You should.
5 o'clock in the morning going
so we're gonna
home,
go ahead and sign
still
this right
ready to
now.
Party. All right. So what year did you guys become a band?
I want to say we started the whole idea with, at least me and Joe. We started the idea like 2016. We had this. Well, actually, we talked about it years ago about doing a project like this. Years ago. I'm talking years ago.
Yeah, it was pretty long ago.
Nick came in. Then we started writing. Joe he was gone for a little bit, but I say officially as a band, we started now 2 years ago. So I want to say I want to say late 2017. So we've been making a lot of music since then. We've only played 2 shows. You know, we all have our own reasons, but at the same time, we just have tons of music that we're wanting to put out and release. Our first EP is out there. That's the music I sent to you guys, and that's just the beginning. We've definitely grown as a band, though, like since then. So,
How would you describe your music?
I kind of want to think of us like, because we are an instrumental group. We are doing some vocals. We don't have a vocalist. We've done vocals on a couple of our songs. One of them was Yellowstone. That's the one that we gave you guys. One of them. And other than that, I want to call us like a heavier, like Pink Floyd. We kind of just have a lot of chill music going on, but we get heavy when we want to, you know?
And who does the vocals when you do the vocals? Do.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes does the vocals. Okay.
Yes.
Yes is not here tonight.
The band, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
The band, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
No, the one track that we did do vocals on, we all pitched in. All 3 of us laid and layered vocals, and it came out really fucking good.
Now the 4-track EP that you recorded, who did all your recording for it?
Yours truly, right here.
Nice.
This is right here with the
And this was recorded just in your house, or do you have a studio?
in
or-
my love dungeon.
Bathroom.
Well, you'd be surprised. Yeah. But yeah, it's a small dungeon in Elmhurst here. And it goes to show you that a traditional studio, you don't have to record good music with a traditional studio anymore. You can, as long as you know what sound is and you put your mind to it, you can make quality audio. So, you know.
Evollyd.
Yeah, exactly.
Evollyd.
Evollyd, according to Lance of Wicked Deception. I love you, Lance. I love your tits.
Jesus. We're getting real personal tonight.
Pesti Maraca.
So how did you guys meet? And
Can I see the maraca, Penelope?
how did you guys all meet each other and decide, hey, let's form a group?
Nick, I abused as a child,
He still does.
both mentally and sexually.
There's a reason why I walk a little funny sometimes after practice, you know.
But now he's bigger than me, so I can't really do too much. But
I've
I
taken
still,
over on that big guy.
Yeah, yeah. As for Nick, I've known my whole life.
Yeah.
I'm friends with his older sister, went to high school with them and all, and he's been a friend of mine for a long time, so I consider him family. Joseph, I met while we were jamming. I was in Audacity,
And I was in Iridium.
and he was in another band, Iridium, and me and him always talked after we were done doing our jam sessions, practicing with our bands, and long story short, here we are. We always wanted to start a band together, and this is where we're at.
Yay, look at us now.
Yep.
And real quick on this maraca, there is a
Explain what the donut nipple is.
Donut.
If you look
boob.
at a certain
Oh.
way, it's the fucking titty sticking out a little bit more than the other titty.
So it's like
See
when
the
you-
body, see the waist a little bit.
There's the
you got
boobs.
the one nipple right for you.
There's the boobs
And then
with
there's
like
a little nipple on the other side.
one boob is bigger than the other boob.
Yeah.
That's
It's all
what
in
it is.
perspective.
And then she's
Always-
got some
always one
weird,
bigger.
like, scarring.
Scarring.
Yeah.
Those are sprinkles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stripper
wait.
tits.
We forgot to write Evollyd
that was
on the
just
handle.
mistake.
We got to write Evollyd
Happy
at the end of the
mistakes.
show on the handle.
Mistakes, it looks
Bob.
like she got cut into
gotta-
and now is a
we
scar.
got to write
It,
Evollyd.
could have been an
Oh, here.
implant. That's why that one's a little bit bigger. That's all. We all know that one porn star that has that noticeable scar
It's
underneath
a
the tit.
banana.
I only had enough money to get
It's
one
a
implant.
Gucci.
Yep.
Hey, Joseph, sit on my face.
No.
Joseph, you want to sing?
No.
Oh my gosh. Too funny.
Joe's the mellow one
Well,
of the band.
we brought, you brought the whole 4-song EP
Mm-hmm.
with you. And we would like to play that because I took a listen to it.
And what, Morgan?
And
I really think it's unique, and I want to definitely play the tracks off of it so we're
Sure.
able to hear your music.
Sure.
So, what is the title of the EP?
It's just self-titled. It's our first self-titled album. It's just Evollyd.
Like-
We didn't. Well, okay. So we were going with just self-titled, but then we went with the Evolution of Sound finally. But to me, it's our first EP, and I don't know. I'd say, I don't know. Like we never really agreed on the title of the album itself.
Can
Not
you
really.
just say that the name of the CD is, and right on there, just self-titled?
Just
That's what it's called.
Self-titled. Evollyd. No, it's the Evolution of Sound. We were trying to debate on whether to have an actual title or not, and we just stuck with it, I guess. So it explains the band's name in the first album. So hopefully people
They still won't fucking catch on.
and
They
people
won't
are
know
just
what's
like,
up.
I don't get it.
I gotcha.
I don't understand. Why do you start that then? Yeah, well, it is what it is. No, it's Evolution of Sound.
All right. Well, let's play whatever track you want to play first for us off of Evolution of Sound.
Okay, cool.
Cue that shit up.
That's Mike's job tonight. Technical difficulties. Damn you, Greg.
Evolution
All right, we are back with the Metal Experience. I am Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, and we are here with Evollyd, and that was the song Yellowstone off of The Evolution of Sound.
Hey,
Pretty jam.
you said everything perfectly great
Thanks.
right there.
Yeah.
You said
I
the
tried.
name of the album, our band name,
Ooh.
the song.
She's like a unicorn.
Do you know? Do you know why things are so complicated with us? Do you know why things are so complicated? Because this fucking guy sitting right to the next to me, he makes things so
Oh my God.
complicated
I
sometimes.
mean, he came here and all of our equipment went to shit, and you're recording our show tonight.
Well,
'cause
that's
all
Nick's
of our
fault, not
equipment
mine.
went to shit.
But
No.
we blame Nick because he's the youngest one in the band. We
Thanks,
had this
Nick.
discussion before we started the show that everything that happens is Nick's fault.
Yeah, thanks, Nick.
You shouldn't give him another beer. Take it away. Take it away. No more beer.
How does your sessions work for creating music? Because if you're instrumental and you're not really working with vocals all the time, how do you just decide this is a song we're gonna do and remember what you just played and we're gonna go off that?
Normally, Dom comes up with a riff, and then we tell him that's not good enough, and then he tries a little bit harder, and
Do a little
usually
better,
throws
please.
an odd time signature in there, and then I figure out what it is, and then we record it, and it's gold after that.
Pretty much accurate description of what happens in this band.
Definitely. I was just hired because of my face, and Domino gives me these looks and plays with his mouth and as if he's gonna, and then starts rubbing my leg like how he
He's
did to
only
Joe.
here for the poster. Like, he's the selling point. He's the looks of the band.
I don't even know what a chord is.
Yeah.
They just say just look there, look pretty, strum
play
the
this
strings,
string.
and you're good. just act like you're doing something.
Play
fun
this
and
one string and go
look
up and
sexy.
down on that fretboard, just on the one
Just
string.
slide it slowly up and down.
Okay, so really, how we do it is we have no specific way of doing it.
It's a
'Cause
spur of
if
the moment.
A lot of our stuff we write is literally off the top of our heads. We do a lot of like improv when we're jamming. That's why we're all set up with our equipment tonight. We just kind of go with a riff and we feel it out and we play not with each other, but
Yeah, we
with
do.
each other.
We do.
With
we
each
do.
other.
With each other.
In multiple different ways.
We play off of each other, really. We do. We play off of each other. If things need to be changed up, and we're doing different time signatures because there are a lot of different time signatures, that's when we get a little bit more in-depth into our writing. We'll piece apart what we wrote, and we'll talk to Joe and be like, hey, what the fuck timing did I play in? And he'd be like, oh, it's like 7/34th time with -4 G minus 2 plus the
To the Q
BPM
power.
minus to the power. No, for real. But we do a lot of different timings, a little different key signatures. It just kind of happens. I think it's something that I always wanted to do. And Nick had
No idea.
he had the talent behind. I wouldn't have picked him if I didn't think he could have done it. And then Joe is honestly one of the best in the pocket drummers around here. I'm sorry.
Aw, thanks,
no,
Mike.
I'm being I couldn't ask for a better drummer because if I can't find a place, he will help me find the fucking place. Because sometimes the stuff I write makes no fucking sense. And I'm serious. That's
It's
really
not
how we
just
write.
Sometimes.
And the place is usually in the bathroom.
The bathroom is one of the best places in my house, and I keep it nice and clean. Except for today, I left the dookie in the bathroom for Nick.
Yep.
I left the dookie in there. I broke the toilet earlier,
2 flushes, baby.
and it was a 2-flusher. Nick walked in. Mr. Hankey was sitting there staring at him in the face, and he was standing with his arms on his hips, just shaking his head at me, like, how dare you not have this toilet fucking clean for me to pee in? So that's just the bathroom at my place. There's judgment, so I clean it a lot when we have practices, and they pee all over the toilets.
You're welcome. That's me.
I'm gonna pee all over this motherfucker's
Yeah.
floor.
No joke. Oh my God, the last couple of days, I think I lost 15 pounds, And, well, I guess that'll show you, not to. I can't.
Are you sick? Are you legit? Like, do you have a bug,
He's
or
always
did you
sick.
just eat something that just didn't?
I
sit
think I
with
might
you?
have ate something that just fucked with me.
So
And
it's like food poisoning.
I don't know. I don't want to say. I don't know. I really don't fucking know. I might have had a bug because I do HVAC. I'm in people's houses all the fucking time.
Stealing their food from their fridges.
Stealing their foods.
Raw chicken.
Yes.
On the regs.
Grandmas that just kind of look at me and be like, while you're down there, they pick up their moo-moos.
Oh my god!
While you're down there. Oh,
Is
man.
that why your face was so dusty the other day?
I actually had to color my beard before I came here, if you're wondering.
So that's why.
Because that's why.
Damn, that shit stained your fucking beard.
I had some
man.
grandma muff. She put me into that moo-moo and swallowed me alive. But you know what?
I haven't been shitting straight for a week.
Yeah. And I haven't been shitting straight for a week.
I think you still got a spider in your hair, too.
Oh, God damn it. So, but we don't take ourselves too seriously in this band. I don't know, guys. Like, we really just, we have fun with what we're doing. We're definitely off the cuff kind of band. The last show we played at Cairo, it was amazing. And a lot of people came up to us and saying, like, we literally ran our own sound. We have our own PA, and it's hard for us to get a show just because we are a kind of band that, literally we run our own sound. We don't need a sound guy, but we can patch into the mains, but it makes it harder for us because, well, let's just say sound guys at venues can be assholes. So.
But did you say butt sand?
Fuck Santa.
Oh, Santa. Yeah, we had a problem with Santa. We're not going to say where, but Santa told us we couldn't use our PA one time, and I almost
at the mall.
It was at the mall. I looked at Nick. Nick was standing right there, and Nick knows me pretty well. I was almost about to take Santa's ball sack and put it on his bottom lip, and then chomp down his teeth on his ball sack, and then tie his hands behind his back, and then fuck him in the face. I was not happy.
Good thing you're taking video because Luco thinks he knows sign language.
Yeah.
I was doing the motions, trying to put it all together.
He didn't understand quite what we were doing, and I didn't expect him to. And you're going to come across people like that. This is a life lesson, kids. This is a life lesson. Some people aren't there to fucking get it sometimes, and that's not your problem. It's their fucking problem, right? I'm talking about anything. Anything. We're not here in life to get everything, even me. But when someone's trying to explain to you, hey, this is what we got, can we work with this, but doesn't give you a chance to really, talk, then, well, fuck them.
Well,
and you're going to come across those people all the time, especially out there. That's why it's hard for bands to get shows sometimes. It's hard to get it's hard to get shows sometimes for bands.
But what's our biggest issue though is because of what we're running.
They are intimidated about what we have. It's not no joke, but let's just say it can be done if you have a venue with an open mind, which the guys at Cairo, like Andrew and Tony, totally open-minded about what we were doing, and the show was great. It was a great fucking overall show, and I couldn't ask for a better venue, and there was a great turnout. And
that's Cairo in West Chicago.
Cairo in West Chicago. Now, we did this in May. It was May the 4th show. We promoted it. We actually got fucking bunked on our fucking Instagram about using the music and everything, but it's like, listen, we don't, all this stuff, we don't monetize our shit. We do this because we love it. If we really wanted to make money, like a lot of money off of it, well, guess what? Let's be realistic. You're not gonna, you can, but for everyday Joe Schmoes, especially Joe, we're blue collar workers, and we do our job, but then we do our passion. Our passion is our music. So to us, it's more than just money. It's just you got to do it because you love it. And sometimes even in this industry, you're going to come across people that just literally suck the big fucking donkey cock. And, well, Santa was there, and Nick held me back. There's that story.
Whew, that's a lot.
Pretty accurate.
Lot to take in.
Now, you guys brought all of your equipment tonight to play us something.
Indeed.
We can actually right now. Like, I believe our tracks are active live right now, and they are. So let me just check.
Penis.
Oh.
So why don't you guys go ahead and play us something?
Are our tracks recording?
And really
now?
quick, when you were talking
Yeah?
about
Okay.
your stuff at Cairo, you guys come prepared with, you actually play on an electronic drum set, like how you brought all your equipment tonight. So all this stuff is not your average live show setup, like how most bands have it.
Right.
It's
when
that
we,
kit right there.
Yes. When we talk about the evolution of sound, we try to evolve. So we're going with no guitar cabs. We have no actual drums. Everything's digital, and we're making it amazing.
Woo!
We'll get to gear. We'll explain our gear here in a second, but just to give you an idea of like what we do, you know, it's best just to kind of sit back and listen. So, you know, all this stuff, what we're gonna do, we're just kind of like feel each other out and just go with it.
I want to feel you out.
So
Okay.
this isn't an actual track you're playing. This is just you guys jamming.
Yep.
So this is all improv. This is all brand new, never heard, and might never be heard again.
Maybe not. We'll see. Stuff like that.
That's cool. It was very therapeutic sounding. It was like super relaxing. I liked it. I could totally like fall asleep to that music and feel super relaxed.
It's like really like when we're making up, like sometimes, you know, it's not going to be perfect. And like I said, we're totally going off of each other and what we're doing. I'm really listening to Joe and Nick when I'm making my chord progressions. But at the most part, when there's a solid idea, and I think that's a solid idea right there, we will bring that in. We'll record it just like we did it now, and we'll put it into an actual song session. And that's kind of how we write. So we don't really have a structure until we figure out what the riff is going to be in the first place. And sometimes we hit a roadblock, but most of the time we figure it out and we do it together. So.
Yeah, I really thought that was cool. So when you're listening to each other, like what thoughts are going through your head? Like, are you thinking more in musical terms, or like what should I do next, or you're kind of just playing?
I'm just making it happen. I don't know. I'm in my own zone, but I'm also listening to them. And like I said, we work off each other. But go ahead, you guys.
Pretty much listening off of all of each other, you know, and just kind of getting that flow. At first, is very rough. And then once you kind of have the idea, we'll kind of look at each other and be like, oh, right there. We like, that's awesome. Do that again. There's been a lot of our songs have done that, you know.
I want to say a lot of times I almost have an out-of-body experience and just like experience, even though we're live jamming or stuff like that, I experience it from a third-person point of view. And I almost like, okay, what does this need? You know, you listen to the whole thing, you can't just focus on you. You got to be focused on the entirety of the sound.
The whole sound. Yeah.
And
So we're not thinking about what we're personally playing. We're actually thinking together as a group, and that's what we really mean when we're working off each other.
yeah, we've got a hive mind going on.
Yeah, we're connected, neurally connected. But like for real, after playing together for now 2 years, we're gonna show you guys some stuff, that we've been working on, and you'll see what we're talking about. Most of the stuff will start out mellow like that, and then we'll put like some processing and some piano work and some keys in there. But we get heavy when we need to, when it's necessary.
Every song has its own flavor, though.
Right,
There's ones that are just completely like in your face. Let's
Oh,
go
yeah.
as fast as we fucking can.
Yeah.
Other ones are like, holy shit, this dude's gonna be tripping on some fucking acid and smoking some pot and being mellow as all hell.
The first EP, how can I say, we've grown from there. That, like I said, it's been a year. November is when we finally put out the final track for that in 2018. But the music we're working on now is our sophomore album is just something else. You just got to kind of hear it. It's hard to explain.
When do we plan on releasing this sophomore album?
Well, we've been talking about, so how many tracks do we have? We have about 20 tracks recorded.
Whoa.
We've been hard at work doing this stuff, and we've thought about making a B-side album. We're going to show you a few tonight. Bandcamp, that's where our stuff is on, and there's really no limits. We're our own producers, and there's no given length or time for an album that really just kind of speaks to people. So if we need to release all 20 of those tracks on one album, like The Fragile from Nine Inch Nails, big Trent Reznor fan, that's where I get a lot of my influence from. Fear Factory, all that good stuff. Look at them. They split their albums in two. One's full on metal and then one's like electronica. You know what I mean? It's just, it's why can't it be that? And you don't see a lot of that anymore, unfortunately, because record labels don't want you to do that. They're like, why? No, quick, out the door. Well, fuck you. We're not going to do that. We're going to do what we want to do.
Everyone's looking to make that dollar now instead of actually experimenting and playing from the heart. So, yeah. I don't think we have like a real release date. We were kind of talking almost just releasing it song by song, or in groups. We haven't. Yeah,
my bad. I elongated the question there. We didn't decide on a release date yet, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to start releasing song by song, and it's just to keep an eye out for. We'll put stuff on our social media, and it's up for the people to follow it and go listen to it. And it's easy as a click away now. Bandcamp makes it that easy. So it's just kind of something to pay attention to. And I want to say soon. I want to actually say we have talked about releasing one of our heavier, newer songs first.
Today.
What?
Today.
What? Today. Like you're gonna play it for us live?
I don't know if we're gonna play it. I don't know if we're gonna play it live because we don't have the session set up for that. But we will play the recorded session for you.
Well, I want to hear it now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm down.
Meow?
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And what's the name of this heavy track?
Okay. So there's something called special relativity. Joseph, if you can explain it a little bit better than I can, it's basically the theory of relativity. And the song, it literally bends time with what we do. In the song, there's how many? 5 different time signatures?
6 now.
6 now. The 6 we're still working on.
Yeah.
So it's what you're going to hear is still the raw stuff, and the final version is going to have an extra added outro to it. So it'll have 6 different time signatures in the end, and that's where the special relativity came into mind, is like bending time.
Not time signatures, but actual tempos.
Tempos, yeah, BPMs.
So that's what I was going to ask next is how do you come up with titles to the tracks if they're all instrumentals?
See, this
idea.
one especially
Good question.
was just because of all the different tempo changes in it. I'm an astronomy nerd, so just, for me, special relativity, it has to do with time and bending of time and things like that. And I'm like, this totally fits this song. So I was like, I suggested it, and Dom loved it. So, yeah, this one is special relativity.
And the solos on it is Nick, and we tried something. Let Nick, you explain it. We wanted to use this certain sound and this certain tool to make. If you want to share it, Nick.
Yeah,
It's up to you.
No,
it's up
okay.
to you.
So my guitar has a special sex toy. We all love a nice little vibrator, at least the ladies do. Hey. But it's called an Evo. I saw it on Instagram. Some guy was messing with this little thing in his hand. He wasn't strumming or doing anything, and he was just heading on a string, and it was vibrating the string itself with the magnets to the pickups, and he was just going crazy on the fretboard, and it gave it this whole different sound and flavor to it, and I'm instantly hooked on it. I like all the different effects and crazy shit you can do with a guitar. That's always what's piqued my interest. So me and Dom had used it before on another song, one of our earlier songs, and when I first bought it, but it just kind of, that song got scrapped to the side, so we came up with this song 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's only 2 weeks old, but we decided to release it first just because it'd be a good start to where we're at as a band now. Like I said, it's probably it's going to be the heaviest song on the album.
Yeah.
By far, compared to the other stuff you're going to be listening to. But we want it to be that way, just to give it,
That's not a guarantee.
Well, this one.
So far.
This one, was just, shit. It just came out so good, and quickly. It just came natural to us, and it goes to show you where we've come as a band. So
yeah, this was literally like stream of consciousness. It just happened.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll play it for you guys now for sure.
Well, fuck yeah.
Special relativity.
So this is the first 5 tempos.
Yeah.
There's one more tempo
That's correct.
that we have to wait for.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
discussed last band practice
Yeah.
and didn't have enough time to do it, but
No.
it was like a last minute thing, and it's like, oh yeah. And it was actually Joe's idea.
Uh-huh.
And
But that
yeah,
stuff happens a lot. That's why a
Yeah.
lot of our stuff hasn't been released, because we're always adding ideas and these layers to our songs. But you have to finally say, okay, enough is enough. Let's do this. And we decided as a band, let's start off this album like this. Why not? Because it just feels right. So.
Well, fuck yeah. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
back. I am Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, and that was a sweet new track from Evollyd.
A sweet nude track.
Nude. Emphasis on N-E-W-E-D. Nude. So let's talk a little bit about it. Is there a title for it? Is it?
There was. They explained it.
Is it really completely done, or were you lying?
One more section they're gonna do.
You do for sure?
She wasn't listening.
And actually, we might. Actually, no, we already discussed we're putting some box on it. So,
I feel.
yes, sir. So you heard it prematurely, but it was so solid that we had to show it to you. It was so rock hard solid.
It was really heavy. I really enjoyed that.
We had to show it to you.
Yeah, that was a cool sneak peek. I'm excited to hear the final edit when you guys decide to finish it completely. When you decide to.
How did I end up with the pink mic?
I don't know, because you asked for it.
Yeah.
I mean, you did say.
I guess,
I
was the
pink.
closest one to it. You
It's
know,
all good.
because
How does it feel, bitch?
I'm eyeballing. Look at those fucking loaded fucking French fries over there, just like
That have just been sitting there. Don't eat them. You
Oh
don't
God,
eat them.
no! I mean, I'm.
Those are mine.
You don't understand. I'm
Get your
hungry.
goddamn
Uh-huh.
eyes
I've been
off
eating
my
nothing but
loaded fries.
fucking like protein stuff just to solidify my shit.
Ugh.
And
All right.
like, no, I'm talking about this. Okay.
It'll look the same way coming out how it looks right now. Look how brown and chunky that shit is.
Is that a full olive in the toilet?
Hey, it's kind of smiling at me. I see two eyes and a French fry.
Well, this sounds like a great transition to Luco's. Hey, look what I found.
Hey, look what Luco found.
What'd you find, Lugo?
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Hi. We'll just go right into it. So this segment every week is brought to you by our friends at Imprint Recordings. Your music, your imprint. Visit imprintrecordings.com for more information for all your recording needs. They sponsor this segment every week. Thanks, guys. This week we feature thanks to Noiser? Thanks to Noiser Production, Morgan tells me, and Asher Media Relations for submitting this band from the Ukraine. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. They're from Boyarka, Kyiv region, Ukraine. You ever been there? Boys ever been there?
I have not.
Damn it.
What for? What?
What? Hey. And the band is Sectorial. We've got a twofer for you. This is The Last Tower Will Fall and Above the Abyss off the album VYR. Morgan gives me a goofy face.
It all sounds cool.
And then their full album is streaming on all digital platforms. And be sure to grab a copy of the album, including a cassette edition and some shirts off the band's Bandcamp page. There you go, boys. That Bandcamp page.
Bandcamp is hot.
So let's do it. We got a twofer by Sectorial. The Last Tower Will Fall and Above the Abyss.
Bandcamp is hot. Like, remember that sex tape that Paris Hilton went out when she's sucking that guy Dinger? Yeah, that's, Bandcamp is that kind of hot. Yeah.
That's
remember
not
that? You
too
guys
hot.
remember that?
That's not
Morgan's saying no, but I think she's fucking
She
lying.
totally remembers.
She's like, oh yeah,
I think it's so
that
bad.
Paris Hilton. I remember.
sucking that guy's dinger.
That guy Dinger.
Well, let's do it.
Hey,
Let's play
Hey,
that twofer
I
there,
hope you guys
Bubble.
like being on Instagram Live because Nick's a pedophiler.
A pedophiler?
Well, that's why you wanted me to go live, just to say something ridiculous and fucking redonkulous as that.
I just think that.
You like a pink mic in your face?
I like the pink mic. Oh my god! Wait,
Well, Mike, set that shit up. We're putting you back to work. We're gonna play that twofer
we're gonna play that song, huh?
from the
Okay.
dinger.
I guess I got to get back to work here. Hey Nick,
Yeah.
guess what?
You farted?
No,
You shit yourself. God
No.
damn it.
No.
Should have brought
He
the Pepto.
sharded.
What?
No. Just guess.
He did. You sure did.
No.
Yeah, see?
No, I'm
Thank
not.
you for someone has my back.
Play the damn song.
Okay.
I still want to know what. All right, that was Sectorial. They're from the Ukraine. That was a 2-4. 2-4. A twofer. The Last Tower Will Fall and Above the Abyss off the album Vyre. I believe that's what it's VYR. Well, anyway, check them out on the Facebooks. Check them out. They have their Bandcamp page, has everything up on there also. And that segment is sponsored by Imprint Recordings. Your music, your imprint. Visit imprintrecordings.com for more information for all your recording needs. And I want to thank Noiser Production and Asher Media Relations for sending that track over to us. That tracks, those tracks, them, their trackies. Whole album. I am Luke O'Blaze, rocking out with Morgie Daniel. And we are rocking out here in the dungeon of Fitz' Spare Keys with Evollyd. And you guys are going to do another Jammy Jam session.
Yes.
Now, is this Jammy Jam session like an actual song, or are you guys going to wing it winger style?
We can wing a winger one real quick, and then we'll play one of our actual songs.
You want, like, kind of like a twofer?
Yeah, like a 2-4.
A 2-4.
Yeah,
2-4.
a 2-4. Why not?
2-4.
Yeah, this one we'll probably play a little bit heavier, so you can get a distorty.
Well, fuck yeah. But fuck yeah.
We'll keep it classy.
All right, boys.
San Francisco.
Thank you, Ron Burgundy.
Well, fuck yeah. But the track that you guys are actually going to play,
Yes.
other than the jam track, is called
Divulge.
Not to be confused with The Bulge in My Pants.
Exactly.
Bulge.
But also to be confused with The Bulge in Morgan's Pants.
Oh, shit.
Divulge.
My favorite part of that is when you guys locked eyes
Yeah.
and just stared at each other. Just
Yeah.
not even looking at what you guys were playing. You guys were just staring eye to eye.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
So like when we lock it in, when we lock it in. We keep we'll nod each other's head. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at him.
And I like her like, hey, transition, and it's like, and then back into it. And
Right. So that's pretty much how we write things. We just go off a feel, and then we do the intricate stuff later on and add to it. As long as you have the basis to what we're doing, it just starts off that way. So.
Okay.
So you guys actually said, what was that? What was that? Okay. Is that anybody? in particular? That was. That was
now we're doing
weird.
sounds, huh?
So what was that? I'm so confused. So you guys are actually gonna play one of your newer tracks.
Yep.
It's got a good name.
It's my shit.
Yeah.
What's the new track called that we're gonna hear?
What are we gonna
Divulge.
The
do? Not
bulge?
the bulge. Not the bulge. What's on your mind?
Indulge?
Divulge.
Divulge.
Like
I don't have a bulge. Ooh. Sounds all Disney-like. This is in the new Frozen soundtrack, right?
Yes, it's called Divulge. So we gotta get ready for it.
right. We are back. I'm Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, and we are chilling once again with Evollyd. And that was a really sweet jam session on top of an awesome track that you guys are going to be releasing, hopefully, on the upcoming album. Woo! It was like I was being abducted into outer space, but it felt great.
We come for your anus.
Who knew probing could feel so good? How did you make those sounds behind your music happen? Like, what was that made on?
We use native instruments. I use software called Complete Control, and then the keyboard that you see is a sequencer. So most of the stuff, as we're tracking it out, we do it live, and then we do. Do
you do?
I do the do-dos. I've done a lot of do-do in the last couple of days.
Joe does the do.
And then
Joe does the do real hard.
Like, as you can see, we kind of just we don't think about it too much. We literally just do it. And when it comes to the synths and the piano work and the soundscapes and the ambience, it's all the same too. So sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but we still try and make them work because it's you got to match up. We're playing to a sequencer. We're playing to a click. If any one of us is off, then the song's fucked.
And you hear it.
And you'll hear it. You know what I mean? So Divulge, what you just heard live is literally it's not easy to do that what we're doing because it can definitely fall apart, especially with all the synths going on through a sequencer. So
you fooled us, and the Metal Experience B-sides track, hopefully you'll record and just release out into the world now, because that sounded fucking awesome.
I think it was pretty solid too. I did a quick little mix to it, during the session there, and I think that it was pretty solid, gentlemen. Don't you think?
We have 3 videos on our Facebook page. I went live for some of it. So there's a lot of goofing off, of course, and sound checking that lasted forever. But I hit you guys with the maraca a few times.
Yes.
You didn't feel it, but it looked funny. And
we felt it. Trust me, we felt it.
it's like hitting voodoo dolls. But yeah, you can check that all out on our Facebook page. There was somebody that goes, I've never seen that before. And there's a few people that thought it was also what they were doing
the
live.
Whole live setup,
the whole live setup. So it was really cool. So for those that are interested after seeing those videos of getting a hold of you guys to play live shows, I know that you're a little hesitant, but what would you want people to know about asking you to book shows?
To book shows? Well, I don't know. Joe, what do you think? Nick, what do you think?
Joe?
Well, I don't know what to say about that.
I do.
Do you
Let
want
us
to
use
play?
our fucking PA, for fuck's sake.
These guys know what they're
That's
doing.
all,
Well,
I mean, with all the electronics that we're running and shit like that, don't be a fucking jag-off and be like, no, you got to use our house. At least be fucking cool with us, Technology's come a long way.
Long way.
And we're not a traditional band. If we were, then, yeah, we'd fucking book a show every fucking week and use our fucking cabs and pull in this heavy shit, but
Sure.
we're not. We're running a whole bunch of different types of sounds to give the best fucking show we fucking can.
Yeah.
And the promoters or the venue have to understand that's what we're trying to do, and it's been proven before that we can put on a fucking show like that and be like, what the fuck is going on? This is awesome.
Yep. And honestly, our last show, we put it all together. You know what I mean? I knew all the bands that were there. I didn't need a promoter. I'm not a promoter of any sense, but it's always good to know people. You know what I mean? And if you want to be a band that's going to stand out from the rest, then you're going to have to put the time and effort in to do so. If you're just a weekend warrior band, so be it. And I'm not saying we're the best band in the world because we're fucking not, but at least we're trying to do something different here. And, as for running sound and being an engineer and being a musician and these guys being here along the way, it's one of those things you got to take a step back and realize, man, how much shit is actually getting done. And like tonight, tonight is one of those things, I told you not to worry about it. We'll take care of it. And you got to have that confidence.
My God.
It's one of those things that it comes with experience and for newer bands out there, my only advice is just like don't give up. You know, you just keep on make your band something special, and even if people don't understand it,
process.
what's that?
Failure is part of the process.
That's right. Failure is part of the process. Like you're gonna hear, like you know, on the show tonight, we were just trying to figure stuff out. We're just kind of playing off the cuff, but it comes all in dedication and practice, and you do the best you can as a new band. And younger bands, they have to do a little bit more. So I don't know. That's just kind of my take on when it comes to
really
shows.
Good advice.
It's shows
It's
isn't
honest,
everything.
It's true.
Yeah, shows isn't everything. Having shows isn't everything. You got to put yourself out there as being this band that, I don't know, you have to stand out from the rest if you really want
Make
people
it
to.
interesting.
You got to make it interesting. You got to have your own shtick, and our own shtick is, we run our own sound, and some people aren't always hip to that, and that's their problem.
We have quite a bit, though, if you think about it. We have like little, like we joke around and make fun of it, during
Oh, we do.
videos and shit like that. But we
Yeah.
also just do our own thing and make little teasers of here and there to
Yeah.
build some type of excitement,
Yeah, we're on Instagram quite a bit, posting up our stuff. Some are serious videos. Some of them are newer songs, that little snippets of songs that we're gonna be releasing. But we're on all the social medias: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Our hottest is Instagram, because it's not only it's not regional, it's like international. So your stuff is getting seen all over the world, and from whoever, Granted, there's some fake accounts out there that, you just gotta
lay off the fucking porn type of fucking Instagrams, bro.
Hey,
I know titties are wonderful. And
I support
love
the
titties.
Instagram models of the world. Okay,
But
I
there's
support
probably
them.
an Indian
Oh
dude in his
my
basement
God.
who's
Weird.
35 that is
Look at my
whacking his
boobies.
wiener.
I have many pictures of this woman. It's not me. Look at my boobies.
You brought Louder Than Hell with you tonight.
I did. So I'm just gonna open a page,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have Nick read.
Fuck no, not me. No.
Okay, then I'll read
You
one.
read it.
Okay. Ooh. Let's see who's on here. Okay. I gotta find the. Oh man, these are whole stories. I gotta find little snippets. Hold on.
So
Okay.
why don't you, while you're looking for it, explain what Louder Than Hell is? I've read it, but for those that
It's
are true heavy metal fans, this is something to add to your collection.
Yeah, this is the definitive oral history of metal. So this there's all kinds of conversations between legends and newer metal bands and modern metal bands, and there's all kinds of things in here. It's a great book. I mean, it all the way starts from early 80s and early 70s, where shit came from, where the metal came from, and we all know where it came from. So Ozzy was a fucking maniac, and well, here we are. But at the same time, if you think about it, there's other music out there that you don't even know, but there's stuff in here that you'd be surprised.
It covers a lot.
There's
of
a
history.
lot. Let me find something that's quick and to the point. Okay, so.
I will say earlier when I opened that book, the first page I opened, it said "fuck you" something, and then I'm like, oh, awesome.
Here's
First page I opened.
This book
little.
is also 800 pages long.
Yeah, here I'm gonna say something from. I'm gonna go ahead and start with Kirk Hammett. Okay. Yeah, Cork. We were all looking for the most extreme stuff, and back when I was in Exodus, the popular music was Merciful Fate, Venom, Motorhead. Then this band came to town called Metallica. That was the sound that everyone was looking for, but no one could actually execute until Metallica came along and showed everyone how to do it. There were pockets of bands in LA and New York and that played heavy metal, but it was Metallica that brought it up to the next level, which is very fucking true. Dave Mustaine, there's something right here that he says, and I think he's kind of poking fun at Lars. I'll read it. But Dave Mustaine, he, along with James Hetfield, Kill 'Em All is fucking awesome. I mean,
Agreed.
it was some of the best writing early Metallica writing, and then not to say that I want to say all the way up until like Black Album. Like even though it was a very commercialized kind of rock metal sound, it's still they showed their maturity as they were getting older, but obviously Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, and Justice for All. Oh, like Injustice for All is some of their heaviest shit to me. Master Puppets, obviously I think it's an epic album. That's like you can't ever recreate that. So with Kirk saying pre-Metallica here, saying all this stuff.
Preed.
What else is in here? Oh, man, this Scott Ian. Gary Holt. Oh, my God.
You said Dave Mustaine was making fun of Lars?
Yeah, okay, yeah, oh, shit. So, harmless verbal jousting gave way to nasty personal insults, paving the way for physical confrontation. They targeted Lars, probably because he was the smallest, as the guy from Arbor State dogpiled on top of Lars. Okay, I see what he's talking about. I ran across the room and applied a sidekick to the first person in my path, Phil Sandoval. Whoa.
Phil Sandoval?
Yeah. The first thing I heard was a loud crack, like the sound of a branch snapping in half. I'd broken his ankle. I tell the story not to brag, but simply as a way of pointing out how I felt about Lars, James, and Cliff. So, okay, I read it wrong. I would have done anything for them at the time. So at the time, it showed you Dave Mustaine wasn't always an asshole to the rest of the
Except
band.
for when he got drunk.
But what are you talking about? He just went over and broke someone's ankle like an asshole.
Yeah, well, it wasn't the guys in the band though. He was actually protecting Lars, that little Danish little fella.
So you're saying this dude was ripping on Lars, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll break your ankle." And
Something like that. Lars couldn't defend himself because that's what he was saying. Lars couldn't defend himself, so he came in with a psychic. Fucking Dave Mustaine's a black belt. I don't know what degree, but he'll fuck me up.
So if you like that book, I would recommend, if you haven't read it yet, For the Sake of Heaviness. It's the book about how Metal Blade Records got started, and it's got the whole history of how Metallica was found and signed. And then also Scott Ian has 2 books out, and his books are great too. Oh, hold on. I haven't even started reading that. You're gonna laugh that I got it. So the Scott Ian books are I'm the Man, the story of Anthrax, and the other one is Access All Areas, which is hard rock road stories. I've got both of those. I like Scott Ian a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I like the history of just some of those bands. The one I got that Luca is laughing at me for, but because he's got all this bullshit.
But really quick, I walked in on Scott Ian eating Chinese food once.
Oh.
Okay, you've told this
Fried
story
rice?
on air. You can tell them this
Like
later.
a fried rice?
The book that I just got that I haven't read yet is, I got 2. One of them is Death Punched, Surviving Five Finger Death Punch's Metal Mayhem. The drummer, Jeremy, wrote that. And then he quit the band because now he's a police officer in Indiana. The book that I plan on reading on vacation is The Guide to Living Your Best Life by John Goblikon of Necrogoblikon.
Can I have one more pretty...
Go for it.
Okay, so this is from... This is actually pretty good, and I think us as a band can relate to this because this man was definitely one of my influences just because of how he wrote and what he could do. No one could ever be like him. But anyways, this is from Rita Haney talking about Dimebag. And, if you guys know, she never really, answered any questions for the most part, and she never spoke for Dimebag. But in this case, there's something here. And it says, some of the things Dime would play off the cuff were amazing. There was always a song going on in his mind, even when he brushed his teeth. It was to a song. I asked him one day, "What are you doing? You're roughing your gums up pretty good." He goes, "Oh, I'm brushing my teeth to Metallica's Whiplash." So it's like...
It's hilarious.
It goes to show you, to really be, a musician, I don't know, just to play, just play. Don't think too hard. Just do it. And look at Dime. honestly, he's probably one of the greatest, metal guitar players ever. But a lot of the stuff, it was just boom, right off the cuff, right away. And I think, too much planned out music can definitely be drawn out. So, but anyways, I just want to share that one.
You mentioned that, and I kept thinking of those toothbrushes that they used to make for kids that played music when you brushed. Yeah. Did you ever see the one when they're playing Meshuggah and people are brushing their teeth? Oh my God, it's great.
I've seen the Meshuggah mosh pit with the, how can I say?
Wolf of Wall Street?
No, the mosh pit with the.
Don't do this now, Luco. You got to do things when we're not.
What is it? I don't know how to. With the bearded people with the hats on and the robes.
Dwarves?
No.
Wizards?
Have you seen the mosh pit? Okay, Joe knows what I'm talking about.
Weird.
Just watch it. It's to Stanga, right? That's the song? Or is it to bleed? Bleed. It's to bleed.
I believe it is to bleed.
It's fucking bleed.
Everything is to bleed.
And it's a good watch on YouTube because it's like perfectly in time how they're dancing around in a circle. And hey, sometimes terriers got to fucking do a dance to fucking bleed sometimes. I'm not
That's
sure.
I
Right.
gotcha.
I'm not there. Do not say that, motherfucker.
Well, we're close to wrapping up the night. Just a few announcements before we play one last track from you guys tonight to go out to end the night. So this past weekend, we were in Berwyn. We helped sponsor Feels Fest at the Wire. And it was Glory Days, Havens, Synovial, Capital Vices, Speaking with Ghosts, When We Was Kids, Guardrail, and Arabella. And solid show. Like, every band did either 1 or 5 covers of just... Guardrail did 5, and they all blew my mind. But not kidding. Like, from playing their originals to playing the covers, like, every band was amazing. And we are so happy to have had the response that we had there. We set up a table. We passed out so much stuff. There were so many people that stopped by, and the generosity for donations at the show to help support us getting our own merch was awesome. So wanted to thank Connor of Arabella for putting together the show and allowing us to be a part of it. We had a ton of fun, and super stoked to see some of these bands again and to get them on the show. And then Speaking with Ghosts is doing releasing a new song on Friday, so we'll share that. But they're going on tour with Upon a Burning Body later this month, so make sure you head onto their website, buy some merch, support them before they go on the road. They're trying to get rid of all their old merch beforehand. And then what was I going to say about that? There was something else. I don't know either. But that was awesome. So we've got a few of these bands coming back on our show in the next year, and that's all I got. What do you got?
I know what you were going to say. Culver's forgot my cheese curds.
No, what I was going to say is that we have video of all the bands playing at least one song on our Facebook page, and we went live for some of them. But the funniest part is if you watch some of these videos, Luco thought it was funny that we were recording, and you'll see him just turn around and make goofy faces at the camera at random times in these videos. So you need to just watch, because he just he'll turn around and then he'll do a little dance and he'll point at the camera and then just turn away again. It was just very hysterical to watch because he's usually not a camera person. So the fact that he took advantage of going live, it was great. You got to figure out which ones it was though, because I don't even remember. But anyway, that amused me.
Oh, it's clickbait.
I really liked that. Next, Forever Death Fest this Friday is going to be releasing their first lineup announcement for this year's Forever Death Fest. So one of the announcements is coming. I don't know whether it's a lineup announcement or it's just for the pre-show that's happening. So make sure you go to Forever Death Fest to make sure you get all the updates for this year's concert. Bloodletter going on tour starting on the 9th. So since we don't have a show next week, I just want to make sure we do a shout out for them. They're going to be on tour August 9th through September 15th. Well, with a few dates off here and there. So make sure you go check them out. Our friends in Portals also going on tour starting this Friday, going to be on tour through the 10th. They start in Cincinnati. They'll be in Bloomington at the Meltdown August 4th. So that is your local show. And then our friends in Black Mass have a brand new album up on their Bandcamp. Go stream it. Go take a listen. Self-titled. Album artwork is awesome. So all of that and more on their Facebook page if you want more details. And then we have, and then, August 5th, that is Monday, our friends in Air Raid are going to be playing with Escape Is Not Freedom, Biffid Corpse, and I have no idea what this other one is, but they're playing at Livewire. Make sure you head on out to see them. And this coming Friday, our friends in Extraction Point are playing with Orinoco, Crusadist, and Dead Where I Stand at Sugar Skull in Franklin Park. Coyote Man have a brand new music video out for Autonomous. The video covers footage from their Midwest tour and more. So make sure you head over to their Facebook page and check that out. And the last show announcement that I got is for this coming Saturday, August 3rd, our friends in Endostalgia, Alethea, and Luca are playing with Blind Sun, Station 6, and Ghost Chant at The Wire in Berwyn. You can buy tickets from the bands for $12. So make sure you check that out. And $10, and it's $12 at the door. So
And that's a great venue too, The Wire.
it's really good. And you know what? From being there for like the beginning when we loaded in on Saturday to set up our stuff, like their sound guy and then Chris, the guy that was helping run the venue that day.
The sound guy had a broken arm too the whole time he was doing everything.
Yeah, everything was on point. Everybody was taken care of. They were super friendly, super nice. We had a really great experience there. I thought the sound and the lights were done super well. So, yeah, there was no bad experience there at all. Saturday was really awesome, except for showing up at 11:30 and nobody was there to open the venue, but that's all good. I went to Dunkin' Donuts. No, I didn't go to Dunkin' Donuts. I did things. But anyway, that's all I got.
Did you go to my local friend?
Did not.
You should. And you could walk through the drive-through.
Yes.
And tell him,
Yes, you do.
Domino sent you.
I
And he'd be like,
will try to
welcome.
do that.
Are you in your pretend vehicle? Oh, Domino sent you. Hey, tell him
Well-
stop sending people because he must have vehicle. No, he'll never do that to me.
Next week, for those listening, on I don't know what date it is, August 6th, we will not be having a show. We're taking a week off. I will be on vacation.
Big
And,
hey, yeah.
We will be doing our next show. Hopefully, if everything goes as planned, hopefully we will be back August 13th with Luco's band, Architects of Ruin. So, until that, thank you guys for coming out and dealing and helping us with our technical difficulties. And I
Absolutely.
appreciate, so tonight, because our laptop decided to malfunction and our soundboard didn't want to work because we learned that with the Blank Standard interview with how terrible our sound came out. We've had some technical difficulties because the laptop did not like our soundboard. And then our laptop started making a hissing noise, is what I describe it as. So thank you, Mike, for actually having audio equipment tonight. You
course.
saved our ass, and were able to actually record this for us. So
My pleasure.
we are forever in debt to you for that. And thank you
Anytime.
for the maraca. That's
Yeah.
A reach around will do.
what?
Reach
Not with
around.
me, with him.
Only if
Whatever.
it can be in a French accent. And I go, oh, oui, oui.
Oh my gosh.
I'm making Joe laugh.
I hear you.
When I make Joe laugh, I know it's funny
Oh my
because Joe doesn't laugh all the time.
So
not fun.
where can everybody find you guys
God damn it.
online? And then what is the last track that you guys are going to play tonight for us?
Go ahead, Joseph.
You can find us on the Instagram, the Facey Spacey book,
Feecy Spacey.
Bandcamp, YouTube, and that's all at
That's all we got so far.
yeah.
Yeah, if you literally Google,
hashtag Evollyd.
you'll find us all on there.
That's
You'll find all our shit.
EVOL.
Evollyd D.
Evollyd.
Just remember, Volley, 2 L's, D.
Yeah.
Evollyd. Evollyd. And the song we're going to play, gentlemen, what should we play? We got Soaked in Shadow. We got Cerebral.
Do you want to do a newer one?
Well, they have tracks of ours that are from our first EP. Okay. So,
Oh, it's in my face.
what do you think?
Not
Soaked?
that.
Soaked?
Yeah, soaked.
Soaked
Do
in Shadow?
Soaked.
Yeah, Soaked in Shadow will be the last song.
Yeah, soaked.
Our ender most of the time.
Yeah, we end with Soaked in Shadow. So
Sounds good.
it's an epic, long song. I think it's like almost 7 minutes.
Ooh.
So, but there's a lot of good stuff in there and explains us as a band. So, Soaked in Shadow.
Sounds good to us.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking
And
for
I'm eyeballing those French fries that are just like,
Don't.
Don't
They've been
do it.
sitting out for so long.
and then I'll
You
get-
don't need that.
and I'll get food poisoning again.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, at least I can lose some weight, right?
Cover them in Pepto-Bismol first.
Yeah, I'm gonna put oh god, put them in the microwave.
Oh, that would be fucking
Microwave
awesome.
Pepto-Bismol
Ew.
over French
Dude, you gotta
fries.
do it.
No.
You gotta do it. You gotta
Luco,
do it.
think about it. Microwave.
It's the first time you grossed him. Holy
Yeah, I
shit.
think so.
He's talking
I
about balls
think
and
I actually
cracks
grossed
and
Luco out with
shit.
that. Oh god.
That might be a first.
I'm down though.
Well, this is a good time to stop the show and to just play some music so that visual won't be around anymore. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
See you in
Good
2
night.
weeks.
Hasta la vista.
Baby.
Thank